All right, this is the 90-90 drill. You can do it with elevated feet or with your feet on the ground. And ideally have a pillow or a foam roller that you can use, but if you don't, that is okay too. You can squeeze your knees together. So despite the odd sounding name of this drill, it is an amazing and low impact way of both improving your hip and low back tightness and helping you develop awareness and coordination of the small but oh so important muscles we forget that we have. So why do we do this drill? Well, your hip flexors can feel tight from sitting for a long period of time. Raise your hand if this is you, right? Do you sit a lot? Since they connect to the low back, that sensation of tightness can also be felt in the low back. This technique will help activate the back side of your body and help the hip flexors relax. When was the last time your hip flexors relaxed? Which can feel wonderful if you've been sitting for a while. This is a brain-body connection exercise that helps you recruit musculature that supports the low back, all the while learning to breathe deeply using that diaphragm, which is the breathing muscle that sits right underneath those ribs. So here we go. What you're gonna do is place your feet on the ground or on a chair. Squeeze something that's very light between your knees or squeeze your knees together. Gently squeeze your butt. Okay, dig those heels into the ground or draw those heels towards you or dig them into the chair, drawing your spine to be flat, which is what we consider a neutral spine. And go ahead, place your hands on your hips and just breathe gently. So breathe in through your nose if you can, if you're not congested, into that belly, then that chest, almost like a breath wave we call it, right? But keep that spine flat on the ground and the only thing that moves is that abdomen area, that diaphragm. So when you breathe in, the belly expands, even the low back expands like a balloon. Okay, and repeat that for 5 slow breaths. All the while you're digging your feet into the ground, your heels into the ground, squeezing gently that foam roller or the knees together and breathing. This is wonderful. So some adaptations for this would be if you're in a wheelchair, right, or you want to maintain a seated position, all you would do is just drive your heels into the ground. If you have activation in your legs, drive your heels into the ground and try to pull those heels towards your butt, and you'll feel the activation in the backside of your body, okay? And you can do the breath work in a seated position. If you do not have activation in those lower legs, then just gently press the back of your body any way you can into your chair, okay? And you can actually reach your arms in front of you. So reach your arms in front of you almost like you're in a zombie position, right? And just breathe as deeply as you can and as low as you can. If you can get into that belly area, great. If you can't, if you just do the chest, that's okay too. Now for lower, if anyone has an amputation, lower extremity, thinking about digging your prosthetic or orthotic into the ground or into the chair. Upper extremity amputations or salvage limbs shouldn't have a problem with this. If you have any invisible wounds that may cause dizziness, just make sure you can do this in a seated position, right? Like I mentioned, digging your heels into the ground and or just maintaining eyes on a non-moving, non-distracting point of contact. Enjoy. This one's wonderful, very juicy, relaxes the hips, activates the backside of the body, which protects the lower back.